What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Now, here is my top 10 favorite movies of 1984. Because, of course, I did top 10 1980, 81, 82, and 83. So now it's 1984's turn. So, that being said, here's my 10 favorite movies of 1984. Alright, coming in at number 10 is going to be Ron Howard's film. It's going to be Ron Howard's film, Splash. Now, I guess you could say this was like an it did feel a little bit like a Little Mermaid type film. Of course, this movie got released before Little Mermaid came out, so that. But in it, it's about this guy named played by Tom Hanks, who when he was like a young boy, he was rescued by a mermaid, but then years later, you know he ends up finding the mermaid that saved his life for all those years, and like there's romance that sparks between the two. And of course, the mermaid is played by Daryl Hannah. Anyway, and also you got Eugene Levy was in this, John Candy. The movie takes place in New York City, not to mention. I really love this movie. I guess you could say it's more of a guilty pleasure of mine, but I still really enjoy it. It's a really cute, charming little film. It's probably one of my favorite Ron Howard movies. Maybe one of his underrated films. I mean, it's really like people do Ron Howard like their favorite Ron Howard movies. I barely see Splash in their list, but it's a great one. And of course, there was I think it was a couple years ago that there was talks about maybe a male reboot with Channing Tatum as the mermaid, while Jillian Bell will play the Tom Hanks role, which does sound a little dumb, but why not? But Splash is still a really great movie. I mean, if you guys never seen Splash by now with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, check it out. It's a really good one. Alright, coming in at number 9 is This Is Spinal Tap. Directed by the great Rob Reiner, who of course before this he appeared on All in the Family. So this was like his breakthrough directing film. I believe it was his first feature. I gotta double check that, but yeah, This Is Spinal Tap is great. I mean, of course it's a movie about about a metal band in this. You also got the likes of Christopher Guest, Michael McKean way before Better Call Saul. You also had Harry Shearer from The Simpsons fame, Billy Crystal, Angelica Houston, who I believe was married to Rob Reiner, if I'm not mistaken. You also had Ed Begley Jr., a great film. It had some really great music in it. It's also one of Rob Reiner's best work. Down the line, I'll do my 10 favorite Rob Reiner movies, but yeah, this Spine Tap is a really good one. Alright, coming in at number 8 is a comedy classic, Revenge of the Nerds. I love this movie. I mean, of course, I guess say it's part revenge and whatnot, and it's about these Revenge of the Nerds is about these geeky college students who are evicted from the dorm with the Alpha Betas, who recently burned down their own fraternity house by accident. And so the college freshmen, of course, the college forces the freshmen to live in the gym, and so the geeks, they pretty much end up applying revenge against the jock named Stan, played by Ted McGillney. Of course, the two leads is played by Anthony Edwards and Robert Calding. Oh yeah, John Goodman was in this too. I believe he played the coach. Revenge of the Nerds is great. It's a really funny comedy classic. This movie actually made I'm a bit of a nerd myself, so this film will make lots of nerds feel great. And come on, who they'll ever been in the Nerds before? It's probably one of the best comedies of the '80s. It's so it has some memorable lines, some memorable scenes. When one of the characters ends up stealing one of the college kids underwears, and Nerds Part Revenge. That's a really good one. Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds is it's great. If you guys never seen Revenge of the Nerds by now, check Revenge of the Nerds. No, it's a good one. And they also did sequels after this, which you don't bother with the sequels. The sequels are not all that good. The first Revenge of the Nerds is great. All right. Coming in at number 7 is I literally saw this movie on the big screen this past March, by the way. Number 7 is The Karate Kid. Karate Kid is just a great underdog story. With Ralph Macchio as Danny LaRusso. You had Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi. William Zabka, of course, was in this. Yeah, I just love The Karate Kid. It's really fun. It's entertaining. It's a great underdog story. It's inspirational. Such a really fun, entertaining movie. And who does not like The Karate Kid? It's just, it's the best around. That's by the way, the best around is of course a song in The Karate Kid. Just a little FYI there. But and by the way, you're the best around, or I can't remember the actual name of the song, but that song is a classic and probably one of the best training montage there is. And if you guys never seen the original Karate Kid, check it out. And like I said, this past March, I actually got to see the Karate Kid on the big screen because they were doing like the Phantom event screening, and I was like, I never seen the Karate Kid on the big screen, so man, great experience. And not to mention, the Karate Kid's technically back, of course, with YouTube's Cobra Kai, which, if you guys are not watching Cobra Kai, you guys are missing out. Cobra Kai is awesome. I really like Cobra Kai, and cannot wait for season 3 of that. But and of course they did also do like a couple of sequels and a female sequel with Hilary Swank. And not to mention, they rebooted The Karate Kid with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith, which I love that Karate Kid one, by the way. Obviously, it wasn't as good as the original, but I still really dug the Jaden Smith one. But the best Karate Kid of all time is, come on, the original with Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita. Such a great movie.
Hello.
Okay. All right. Coming in at number 6 is a horror classic, and that's going to A Nightmare on Elm Street. Friday the 13th was, of course, my top 10 favorite movies of 1980, and Nightmare on Elm Street is in my top 10 favorite movies of 1984. Nightmare on Elm Street it's pretty much one of Wes Craven's classic. My God, I miss Wes Craven so much. Boy, gone way too soon. R.I.P. Wes Craven. But anyway, yeah, of course, Nightmare on Elm Street is where this floor killer named Freddy Krueger, he's pretty much killing people in their sleep. And this movie is a reason why lots of people are scared of sleep. I mean, if you end up sleeping, there could be a good chance Freddy Krueger might come after you. And also, not to mention, Johnny Depp was in this. Johnny Depp had a really great, had a really cool death scene in this. And it was actually one of Johnny Depp's earliest roles. So there's that. Of course, you had the actress named Heather Langenkamp, who played the lead character Nancy. Nightmare on Elm Street is great, and I love this movie so much, and it's probably one of my favorite horror films. Freddy Krueger is one of the most iconic horror killers there is. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is hands down awesome. All right, coming in at number 5 is Gremlins. Of course, it's I guess I'm still never, kind of like Die Hard. I'm still never really sure to really call this a Christmas movie. I mean, it takes place during Christmas, but it's not about Christmas, you know. So yeah, Gremlins and Die Hard are seriously two films that kind of hard to really compare them with their Christmas movies or not. But but anyway, Gremlins is great. Sorry about that. You know, I mean, those little creatures that of course, you cannot expose them to bright light. You can give them water or feed them after midnight. I mean, yeah, that's seriously the rules that applies here. And surprise, surprise, they end up breaking the rules. So yeah, but Gremlins is it was actually a PG movie, by the way. I mean, oh boy, the rating systems back then was weird. I mean, Poltergeist was PG, Jaws was PG. I mean, boy, they had some like the MPA rating system was a little weird. But anyway, yeah, of course I believe the PG-13 rating wasn't really brought up in around the 80s, but still, Gremlins is still a great one. I mean, it's pretty much like a horror classic. And Gremlins is of course coming back, by the way, because it was just announced that Warner Brothers Media is planning to do like an anime Gremlins reboot. And it's been talked about like a third Gremlins movie, but that never happened. So I don't know what's going on with that. But Gremlins is great. I mean, definitely check out Gremlins if you guys never seen it. And the sequel's okay too, but it's not as good as the first film. But anyway. All right, coming in at number 4 is going to be I'll Be Back. My number 4 pick is The Terminator. The Terminator is one of the best sci-fi movies of that era. It's really awesome. You know, you got Arnold Schwarzenegger at the height of his career as pretty much the Terminator, who's of course sent to who of course travels from 2029 to 1984 to kill Sarah Connors. Of course, you got Michael Biehn as Kyle Reese. It was one of Bill Paxton's earliest roles, directed by James Cameron, who did a great job at directing. Yeah, the Terminator is amazing. It's not really violent, but it's still ultra violent. Arnold is great. I mean, it's probably my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and it's the best. I mean, of course, not to mention, we have had sequels of the Terminator, and we got a new one coming out this November, so keep your eye out for that. But yeah, the Terminator is it's really fun, and no matter how many Terminators we get, Terminator 1 and 2 are both going to be the best. Alright, coming in at number 3 is going to be Beverly Hills Cop. Maybe my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. I mean, 48 Hours was like his first feature, but it was Beverly Hills Cop that really put Eddie Murphy on the map for film fans. And I mean, you got Eddie Murphy as Bella's cop Axel Foley. It was directed by Martin Brest, who also gave us Chili, by the way. So there's that. Anyway, Beverly Hills Cop. Like, believe it or not, Sylvester Stallone was originally going to play the role, but they wanted to like make it comedic, so they got Eddie Murphy, who ended up being at the height of his career because he was on SNL and he got really popular on SNL. So then, of course, 48 Hours was a hit. So they decided to give Eddie Murphy a shot at another film stardom, and Beverly Hills Cop was born. You know, Beverly Hills Cop is just probably one of my favorite cop movies of all time. It's a really great one. If you guys never seen Beverly Hills Cop by now, check it out. And Beverly Hills Cop 2 and 3 are also both pretty decent, but I still prefer the first one. I'm still holding out hope Eddie Murphy would do another one, but who knows? Maybe when Coming to America 2 comes out and it's a hit and whatnot, maybe that will give it a chance of a Beverly Hills Cop 4 to come out. Who knows? But to be honest, I just want to see Eddie Murphy return, like have a comeback. Period. I mean, Eddie Murphy's career has kind of been in the loop lately, so hopefully we'll see a resurgence of Eddie Murphy in the near future because Eddie Murphy's just the best. So, and down the line, I'm going to do my top 10 favorite Eddie Murphy movies. Maybe once that Netflix movie he has coming out, Dolomite is My Name. Once that gets like around the time of that release, I'm going to do my 10 favorite Eddie Murphy movies because yeah, I think it's time. Eddie Murphy is just the man. All right, my number two. Anyway, my number two favorite movie of 1984 is going to be Footloose. I mean, this kind of like how Beverly Hills Cop was the movie that put Eddie Murphy on the map. Footloose was the movie that put Kevin Bacon on the map. Uh, of course, before Footloose, Kevin Bacon had Animal House, Friday 13th, but Footloose was really the film that kind of introduced lots of people to Kevin Bacon. Of course, you got John Lithgow as pretty much the Rev who pretty much just wants to like band dancing, and of course you got Laurie Singer as his daughter in this. Sarah Jessica Parker was in this. Sean Penn's brother Chris Penn was in this. Such a great movie. It had some great dance scenes. Of course, the dance montage in the hall in the house scene is iconic. Footloose is just great, and the remake is also good too. But the original Footloose always holds up. I mean, come on, Footloose. Kenny Loggins' Footloose is just an iconic song on its own terms. Footloose is great. If you guys never seen Footloose, definitely check it out. And yeah, I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy. The first Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way, had a Footloose reference, so that's pretty cool. All right, my number one favorite movie of 1984 is going to be Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters with Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Bill Murray. It's iconic. I mean, of course, it takes place in New York City, where these three guys who pretty much call themselves ends up calling themselves Ghostbusters. You know, pretty much take down ghosts and whatnot. And of course, you got Sigourney Weaver in this. Like you also had Rick Moranis, who I miss seeing Rick Moranis on screen. I've always liked Rick Moranis. Annie Potts was in this. Ghostbusters is definitely my favorite movie of that year. You know, of course, it has the iconic Ghostbusters theme song. You know, it was really funny. It was entertaining. Come on, that marshmallow ghost character. You got Slimy. Ghostbusters is great, and Ghostbusters 2 was good, but not as good as the first film. And I know I'm gonna get hate for this, and I don't care what anyone says. I unabashedly like that female Ghostbusters. I know lots of people poo-poo on that Ghostbusters and whatever, but I don't care what anyone says. That female Ghostbusters with Melissa McCarthy was great. Yeah, and also, of course, if you guys don't know, next year we're getting a new Ghostbusters film, which, by the way, is going to be directed by Ivan Reitman's son, Jason Reitman, and it's supposed to have Stranger Things actor Finn Wolfhard. Paul Rudd was just cast, so we're going to get another Ghostbusters next year, and cannot wait for that. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Let's see. Number. Oh, got it. All right. Number 10, Splash. 9, This is Spinal Tap. 8, Revenge of the Nerds. 7, The Karate Kid. 6, A Nightmare on Elm Street. 5, Gremlins. 4, The Terminator. 3, Beverly Hills Cop. 2, Footloose. 1, Ghostbusters. Now, there's loads of other movies I probably could have added. Let me do the quick. The honorable mention one. Other films that got released in 1984 included Purple Rain. I probably could have had that one. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is a good one. Amadeus, Red Dawn, 1984. The Natural. I love Police Academy. Star Trek, Search of Spock. Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter. Just think of it. We had Freddy Krueger and Jason in that year. That's kind of a... Jason and Mike Myers is a horror fans of wet dream, just so you know. Let's see. 16 Candles, Once Upon a Time in America. Man, I probably should have added a Romancing the Stones. Top Secret, The Never Ending Story. Speak of, I also was to have the Never Ending Story reference in Stranger Things. I really like that reference. Anyway, Dune. By the way, Dennis Villeneuve is doing a reboot of Dune, so with that. Last Starfire, which they need to do a reboot of that. Last Starfire is up for a reboot. Firestarter, Night of the Comet, Children of the Corn, Starman, Muppets Take Manhattan, etc. I mean, I could list all the films in 1984 because there's been some really good stuff that year. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite movies of 1984? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is T Movies, sign off.